Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 and the pitfutures.com coming to you this Friday afternoon, February 7th, looking at the last 3 days of the market profile of the SPY ETF. And very interesting day today. Turned out to be a very good day. Very interesting. It was a little confusing for me midway through the day, but had a very nice morning and a very nice afternoon. So, opened right at the bottom of balance, of yesterday's balance, below value, immediately tested the price probe. Got below it a couple of times. We got back near the price probe, near the opening, near yesterday's range. Took a short play 2 times in A period, worked out very nicely for decent size. Did nothing in B as we balanced, did nothing in C. D period open, took a short towards the bottom of C, came out of C, thought we might get back with value lower and get below and get some nice acceleration going after stopping a one-time framing up, but it stopped on a dime, got out of the trade, decent trade, went up. Now here's where the confusion came in throughout this part of the day. I was saying whichever side wins above the opening, back into yesterday's range. We're going back and forth, right? All 4 time frames, A, B, C, D. So there's no clear winner. Now, value was lower all day, but there was no clear winner at that point. Once E started, though, we never got to the opening, never got below yesterday's low again. Actually ramped up pretty good, popped right to value low. But then F balanced, G started balancing and came out. So I wanted to short it. I did want to short it here. And it looks like a pretty easy short when you look at it, right? We one time frame down from the high of the day until K stopped it. So, oh yeah, that's an easy short. But at that time when you're looking at it, it wasn't. Because the POC at the time initially was 5 for 5 wide. We raised the POC at one point. And we're still having trouble. Even though now H came down and I flushed, I was looking for an afternoon pullback low possibly. So I did nothing in here. Look, there's no shame. I said this. There's no shame if you're not, you could be neutral, right? There were a lot of conflicting things. Yeah, it looked like buyers were above the opening inside yesterday's range, so they're in control. However, value was low and now we're one time framing down. So conflicting info means I just stay out of it. And I did. Well, I got involved then, so I had made 3 short trades and they all worked out. K period opened. We had nice excess in J. K really couldn't take out A or B's low. I got long. Popped, got out of it. Nice trade. Then I was looking for an afternoon rally high. Thought I might have it in L. Now again, I did nothing. M period open, couldn't take out L's high. Got short, came down, nice trade. Took it off where M opened. M came up again, took out L's high. Got close to our halfback, took another short, rode it back down again. So 6 trades on the day. 5 short, 1 long, they all worked out. So a good day. And that's without getting the biggest move of the day when you think about it, right, on this short. But still, a very good day. It shows you, wait for market-generated information, why I took those shorts there, right? Why I took those plays there and why I didn't take those there. It's all very important. All right, now, upside destinations. And again, we have a nice void all over the place. First destination on the upside isn't until today's high, 333.62. So we closed at 332.24. So first destination is 138 points higher from where we closed. Pretty interesting. Then we don't have anything to 12 wide from yesterday, 333.76. Then the weekly high of 334.19, an all-time high. And then the pre-market all-time high of 335.15. For the downside, we don't have anything to today's low at 331.60. So that's 64 cents below where we closed. Then below that, we have a whole dollar down to 330.67. And then filling the gap at which is a daily low, and then filling the gap at 330.01, a 66-point gap from the 5th. Then 329.55, 10 wide from the fourth. And then we don't have anything to 327.72, which is a daily low, and then filling a gap at 326.16, a 156 point gap from February 4th. So we had a very, very wide range this week. You have a vacuum both on the upside and the downside in pricing. So the volatility is going to continue, which is great. Chart-wise, monthly, one-time framing up, 3 months, not including this month, gap holding, trend line, very healthy. Long-term, looking fine still. Now, I said this morning it was important for the bulls to close above 332.95, which was the previous all-time high on a weekly. Well, we didn't. We closed at 332.24. Now, I'm not saying that's a disaster because we closed below it one day. However, it is a little nuance. It is something you have to take into account. We're above the trend line on the weekly, but to me, all we did right now is stretch the balance. Now, we stretched it by over $1, but like I said the other day, in a stock that's trading at this level, stretching something by $1 or $2 is not that big a deal. It's not like taking a $8 stock and stretching it by $2 and still saying you're in balance. So I'm still calling this balance. Remember, if the bulls are going to have trouble getting back above now this week's high, because that's the top of the balance now, well, then we're going to rotate, and the bottom of the balance is around the 320 level. Something to keep in mind. Balance rules work very well, just like inside days and all those type of things. Right? Here was the inside day we had on Monday. Gapped out of it Tuesday, gapped out of it Wednesday, gapped out of it Thursday. Man, if you came out of that inside day to the upside, you did okay. Now we came back into balance. Now on the daily, it's a little different. We actually closed below the trend line on the daily, and we closed inside of the balance again. So daily is back in balance. The two gaps are still my main focus, and we're below the trend line. So you have a lot of conflicting information. Yeah, it looks healthy because you have gaps, but that's also poor structure. And the fact that we couldn't close above this also is a slightly bearish sign. So next week, again, on Monday, we see if the bears keep it below the balance highs, and then they're going to have a shot to start filling gaps and rotating back to the bottom of the balance. If the bulls are able to regain their composure and take out this week's high, well, then we get to all-time highs and the pre-market all-time high. Hope you had a great day in week trading. Have a great weekend, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.